Babe.
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 Babe. I'm Lara.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is...
Babe.
Anyways.
Okay, so it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Hi.
A big day in our lives. What? What?
I like just jumping right in.
Well, I always jump right in.
You were a big proponent of a jump right in.
I love a dive right in.
It's Super Bowl Sunday. I could not actually care less.
Couldn't care less.
I hate the NFL. B, I hate Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake has had flop after flop, and thus excluding the troll song, which is a troll. And he is somehow headlining this big event, even though, I mean, it's just like, it's the testament to this mediocrity of a straight white man getting 20,000 chances to exist.
Yeah.
And it's like, he has not had a hit in so long. No one cares about him. His album is flopping, and yet he gets the biggest thing. Meanwhile, Janet Jackson is like, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
You know? Justice for Janet.
Justice for Janet for sure. I'm like, what is Justin gonna sing like "Sexy" back?
Who
like we
cares?
really need to hear that song again.
Who gives a shit? Seriously.
Ugh,
Like, I don't think so.
I'm over it. Do the readers like Justin Timberlake? I'm so
No.
confused because
No one likes Justin Timberlake.
I told you this earlier though. I was on a text chain with a bunch of friends that were like trying to bet on like what Justin Timberlake was going to sing in the halftime show and getting like excited about him, and I was just like, who are you people?
Yeah, those people need to be hospitalized.
But they're all my like East Coast friends that are also huge Patriots heads.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
then
it's
they're
like a
blinded
whole
by sports.
They're like a whole in a
They're
whole
blind. They have
other
their-
like universe.
They have their sports goggles on, so they're excited because it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're
But-
really excited.
But JT for the halftime show does nothing for me. In fact, it just detracts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like because if I needed more of a reason to stay away, like they just gave me a great reason to stay away
Stay
entirely.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I shan't be watching. But love and light to all those who are watching. I would love to eat like some treats or like a 7-layer dip. I'm
Nachos.
so
Oh my
hungry right
God.
now.
I
We
know,
just
I'm starving. We had
I'm
salad.
starving.
We're starving.
I
We
had like a
salad.
full meal.
Well, we had a business
Ryan,
meeting.
We had a business meeting to
had a-
talk about merch.
Yeah, which I think we're landing
and
somewhere nice.
Yeah, we're getting there, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get there, and it's gonna be cute, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
we promise. Okay,
But
but we're hungry.
we're
But
hungry.
also, Laura, you ate a scone too.
I ate a scone.
Not to call you out.
Well, yeah, I was hungry. I wanted a
But
little
how are you
sweetie
still
treat.
hungry? You had a scone.
Because I'm hungry. I'm a growing girl. I also fit into my skinny jeans today, so nice try. One of us may be gaining weight. It isn't me.
Honey, no. I'm not gaining weight. I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
I
I don't
might
want to
be.
troll.
I
I don't
don't
want to
actually
troll
know.
you.
I know. No,
I can't ignite
I know,
Ryan.
don't light the
I like.
flame.
I actually realized
be
what I
careful
just
what you
did, and
just
I was
did.
like,
back away.
Yeah.
You don't want to get me started.
no, I was like, that's the worst
Don't
possible
get these
thing I can
wheels
do.
turning. It will be bad for
Here's
both
the
of
deal:
us.
is like, it's not ever okay to like make someone feel like they're gaining weight or they're fat, even if you mean it as a harmless
Even as a
joke.
law?
In my experience, it turns out as a null for all parties involved.
That's true. It's slippery slope.
Like when I was little, I have a sister
love
who's
some
5
soft
years. I know. I would love like a brownie. I've been
Oh,
craving
really?
a brownie.
I want nachos.
Well, let's make this happen, but like let's stay on track.
Okay, sorry.
So when I was, I'm like, when I was young, I still do have a sister. So my little sister's 5 years younger than me, and all growing up, I just used to mercilessly tease her and call her fat all the time.
Oh my
'cause
God. Was she ever fat?
No, she's always been tiny, and it to me it was just the funniest thing. I'd be like, "Sarah's so fat," and she'd be like, "I'm not fat," and like flip out. But then the troll, it actually did a lot of damage.
You don't fucking say.
She like I think has body she's like
Does she
she
still
has
have-
issues
does?
around weight.
Oh, wow. I
And
didn't know
eating,
that.
and I think a lot of that's from me. So, Sarah, if you're listening, I'm really sorry. I've apologized to her. I'm not just like apologizing to her on the air, but
Right.
like that made me realize it's never okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's all about context and tone and intention.
Mine was just to like rile her up, but it like perma riled her. So then
I don't know actually anyone who.
I don't know
isn't
anyone
touchy
who would
about their
like.
weight.
Yeah, I don't know
People are
anyone who
touchy.
you would be like, "Hey, fat ass," and they'd be like, like laugh. I don't think anyone would. I would like to see the person
No,
that's
I
like,
wouldn't.
I bet it. Maybe we're getting into like murky
I don't
territory
know.
here.
Merchy
Territory.
Merchy
I don't want to
territory.
like piss anyone
Should
off.
we
But
have merch that just says, hey, fat ass? on it? Should that be our merch? Hey, fat ass. Wait, that's kind of brilliant.
it's kind of funny to me to call, like it always has been, but maybe I'm just like a mean person.
In this culture, making t-shirts with that hey, fat ass on it would not go well. Not. I would say that would be a total
But don't
fail.
is that a fail, or would that be like
No.
reappropriating the joke?
I honestly don't think we're there yet. I'm all about reappropriating and reclaiming power.
But maybe soon. When is it going to be okay? It's not like
No,
I'm not
Lara.
okay.
No.
Maybe okay.
Back up the truck.
You're okay. I'm backing it. I'm like dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're learning lessons, and I apologize.
Oh, it's okay.
So I take it back. You haven't gained weight.
Maybe I have. I actually don't care.
No, I don't know. I don't
care.
keep track of your body.
I don't care. I was actually in San Diego on vacation, and
You went to a chic hotel.
yeah, I went to a really chic hotel. So everyone knows about Key West and how it wasn't my journey. So I think that this was actually an amazing antidote to that experience.
Yeah,
So
you needed
there's
a
this-
win.
Yeah, I need to win bad.
You really
I need to
needed
win
it.
bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. Okay, so I went to this place called Rancho Valencia in San Diego. It's very expensive. let's make that clear. Let's get that right out of the way.
Oh, good.
So-
Because I really thought it was
hold
like
the
not
fucking phone.
expensive.
So the only reason why I was able to go and afford it without like committing financial suicide was that there's this deal in the off months of buy two get one free. Now the whole buy 2 nights get one free, and the whole concept of off months is hilarious in Southern California because it's truly summer all year round. Like
well,
when-
especially like global warming. It's just now hot.
when
here.
we went, it was 80 degrees every day. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. So I also got a gift card for $500 from Secret Santa at work, which I think we talked about how my Secret Santa at work was like a $500 buy-in. And
we did not talk about that on this podcast.
It was dark.
It was
dark. But
it was a journey.
It was a journey.
Well,
I'm surprised we didn't talk about it. on
no,
the
we
podcast.
talked about it offline,
Oh,
but we
okay.
didn't talk about it online.
Well, viewers,
I had
the
stakes are high when you have a
what?
network TV show job. The Secret Santas.
I think that the reason why I didn't talk about it was I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyways, let's move past this. So
Okay.
I had a $500 gift card. And it was like for Rancho Valencia, which I was like obsessed with. And it was a game of greed. So people could bring back your gift. Like they could like, if they wanted it, they could take it back. You know, so it was a whole like weird vibe. And when I got Rancho Valencia, I thought for sure people were going to like clamoring for it because it's $500 towards a really chic resort. And no one wanted it. Everyone was like, San Diego, not really for me. And I was like, what? I'm like, you guys are misguided. Like,
I love a chic hotel stay.
I know. I'm like, honey, this is like an experience. Like, but honestly, maybe it's more of just like, I could never stay at this place if it wasn't for this gift card and like the deal, the buy two, get one free, because it's truly out of this world in terms of money. Whatever. Long story short is we went the day after I wrapped, and it was next level.
Yeah.
I've never been somewhere that's so chic. We had a outdoor jacuzzi, which was beyond.
In your room? Just your
own-
personal one?
outside. Like we had a patio with its own jacuzzi, like a big jacuzzi.
Wow.
And just for ourselves, which was next fucking level. We tried to have sex in it. It didn't work, sadly.
You kind of have to
Who
be
can have
drunk.
sex in a jacuzzi?
I can.
How? Okay.
Honey.
Really?
The
We
times
could
that I've
not
done it.
fuck.
Why? Just because like no lube?
Yeah, well, we forgot to bring lube, and then we were too shy to actually ask the front desk for lube.
What?
And I know, because it's like really Republican, which was another thing.
Honey.
So hold on.
Wait, I don't understand. When you're paying all that money to stay somewhere, like the first thing I ask for is lube.
No, I know. And but can I just talk about the amenities, because they were truly insane. So if you drive,
you
which
had
we
a
don't,
jacuzzi.
yeah, and then we had this giant, gorgeous room, stunning, sweet, amazing. So the amenities were crazy. Basically, we don't drive, but if you did drive, there were a collection of vintage Ferraris and Porsches that you could just drive for the day and take out.
They didn't charge you for
Nope,
them?
no charging. The mini bar was free. I say free in quotes because everything's like it's so expensive here, and then you get there and you realize why. But to their credit, they don't nickel and dime you once you're there, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, that's nice.
So the mini bar is free, quote unquote. They also have daily activities. We went to a tequila tasting, which was free, and we tasted a lot of tequila for free.
Love.
They bring you fresh squeezed orange juice every day. And then
to your room?
Yeah. And then you have countless workout classes that are free. What? And they give you smoothie. When you exit, there's someone with smoothies for you. Yeah. No, it's actually
this is a dream come true.
It really is like, I've stayed some like pretty nice places. I'm in nice places.
Ryan likes nice things.
I do.
In case you didn't know that about him.
Yeah, my relatability meter is really going off the charts.
It's really going off the charts today. Both of us are really
But I was blown away because I realized that I've actually my whole life spent a lot of money to be treated like shit. Like going to a place like the Chateau Marmont or Sunset Tower, like in LA, you spend a lot of money to be treated like garbage because you're not a celebrity. So it's like, if you're not a celebrity in LA, it doesn't matter where you're going. If you're not anybody, like you will, but you have the money, it doesn't matter. Like you're paying to be there, but you're not going to be treated well at all.
Well, I think that's a trend that's going
away,
extinct.
Well, so San Diego's not chic. So it's like, when you're going there, it's like you're paying a lot of money and they treat you, again, it's like the most vomit, it's like rich person to say, but like, the service is really top notch. Like, it's a good service. Like, everyone treats you really well. And like, they're on it. Like, oh my God, we would leave our room. And then every time we came back, it was just like turned down. So it was like, they fixed everything. They cleaned everything. There was always a lit fire for us when we came back to the room, always. And then a printout of the next day's activities on the resorts, like to plan your day. It was honestly, but it was fucking next level.
Did you just relax?
I did nothing. Yeah, I read a book a day. I read Carly's new book, Slut Ever. Mm-hmm. I finished Melissa Broder's book, The Pisces. And I read Rose McGowan's new book, The Brave, which we'll get into later. And they were all great. And so I read a book a day. I went swimming. I went to the steam room, which, by the way, brings us back to body vibes. So, like, San Diego, everyone that was staying there was like a rich white Republican who is in his mid-60s. Like, we stuck out like sore thumbs there. Like,
really?
Yeah. And like, whenever you would overhear them talking, it'd be like guys being like, merger, Silicon Valley,
they'd
deal.
Be like, the Dow crash.
And it was just like them like toasting to whiskey. It was just dark. And then the women were wasted. People got fucked up.
I'm sure
we literally would come into the restaurant at 8:30. The food was so good, by the way. We get in at 8:30 and people were just fucking trashed, like boozy, just like woo, like it was fucking wild.
Yeah.
And like, I swear to God, every time I saw like a group of like old white men gathering, I assumed it was like to plot someone's murder. Like, I literally like didn't trust any of it.
Was this on the beach?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
And what else happened? Yeah, every conversation I would overhear was just dark. So I just put my headphones on for a lot of time.
When you're in the steam room, is there ever a vibe of like a sexual vibe?
No, there's not. It's the most it's the most anti-gay place ever. It's not anti-gay, but it's not a gay paradise, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We were the only gay people, I think, staying at the resort, or that I saw. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny. You go to the steam room, and I love a steam, personally. And I do. What? I do.
Just this podcast is like taking a turn.
Whatever. Okay, so
Ryan's like, a little bit about me. Then we read a book a day, went swimming, and the food was excellent, and I love a steam. Just
by the way,
really gets the pores
I wish
going.
Rancho Valencia would sponsor me. I'm giving them a mixed review because I'm saying the clientele was dark, but I actually appreciated it. Anyway, whatever. So,
well, the clientele is probably 1% that can afford to actually stay there.
Yeah, totally. Because again, like, whatever. So, so what happened? So the steam room, it's funny. Straight men are so weird about their bodies. They really are. They're just weird. Like, there was like, for me, like, if I'm in the locker room, I'm like nude.
Yeah.
It's just my journey. And I don't want to be like,
there's not time to like cover up with a towel. And
everyone cover, but like, it's fucking crazy. Like, you'd have like straight men being like shy and like changing underneath their towel. And it was just like, really? Yeah. And then the steam room, which I always,
do you think because they're old?
No, because I've realized that old men have no shame. Because the freeing part about being
who
old.
Who is in the steam? Wait, I'm unclear.
Like men in their 40s.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like dads, and
because they're probably afraid for you to see them.
Well, they see me, and
you walk in the locker room,
try to suck me off.
You walk in the locker room and they're like, I better cover up.
Yeah, they're like, those guys.
You stroll in with your like chic new glasses.
Yeah.
Like, hey everybody, don't you just love a steam? Oh my God, Rancho. Like live, laugh,
like,
love. And they're literally like dick shrivels inward. They become like a Ken doll down there and then like change under their thing.
Totally. Yeah, all of that's true. Yeah. I'm sure. So yeah, but I don't know. I took a Pilates class, and then the guy I took the Pilates class was really nice to me. We're taking a steam together, and he was asking me questions like, where am I from? He was nice.
Yeah. Were you nude?
I was planning on being nude, but then no one else was nude, so I just went in with a towel, which to me feels so ridiculous. If you're going to be in a steam room, just take the towel off. Why are you wearing a towel? I don't understand.
I would do, when I used to be part of a gym, I would do it like a
Why are
towel.
you part of a gym?
I used to belong to Crunch, like
You
back in the
did?
day. Yeah.
didn't know that.
Like 6 years ago
Jesus.
or something.
Did you go?
Yeah, I would go a lot, and I would steam afterwards. I would do like a dry sauna or a steam afterwards, but I would go in with a
Would you go
towel
nude? No.
just around my waist, but then I would unravel it and then sit on the towel.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't come in full
But
nude.
if someone
I come
else
in with a towel
if
and
someone
then,
else came in, I would maybe like just cover up my bush or something like that.
Really?
There was one girl that came into a dry sauna when I was in there, and she was fully nude and then proceeded to stretch.
Okay,
She
that's
did
weird.
a stretch, like
That's
legs
weird.
over her head,
That's-
like stretching, like all these different positions. And I
That's
was
weird
like,
because I don't. That's a little weird. I told you that story about how I was at a steam room in West Hollywood, and I can't see in a steam room obviously because
Yeah.
I'm blind, and so
do you
I
wear your
mean,
glasses in a steam room?
Yeah, but I have to take them off because they fog up. So then I was in a steam room, and it was like a steam with a shower in the middle. It was weird. And I like go, and this guy is like kind of just eyeing me like this. I just see like an outline of a man because I can't see anyone. And he just starts like talking to me, and I can tell he's like hitting on me. And then I like go to shower, and he comes up, and he's like kind of like soaping me down a little bit. And I know, he sounded
He's
hot.
bathing you?
Yeah, basically. So then he sounded,
Wait,
what?
So this went from he's like checking you out, you're like aware of him,
Being gay is weird. I don't know how many times I've
and
told
then
you this
he
on the podcast.
bathed you?
Yes. Well, he just like soaped me down a little bit.
So unclear on
Being
that
gay
move.
is weird. I'm telling you.
Is being gay you just have free license to like roam?
kind of a little
like
bit
bodily roam?
And it's not always right because some guys are really aggressive and it's gross. So anyway, so
If I was in a locker room and then someone started to soap me down, when I would be very unsoothed.
I was into it. So but basically like
Wait.
but here's the deal. So I was like actually
Was he
ready.
just like, make sure to wash behind your ears? Did he
He's
like
oh,
wash your
he's like-
armpit?
No, he like washed my like butt and like I don't know. I don't remember. It's all a blur. So basically, stop. Okay, so
then what
hold on.
happened?
Well, so I was like ready to like hook up with him, TBH. But then I was like, oh god, I can't see you. Like, hi, I have such bad vision. He goes, oh yeah, it's a good thing you can't see me. And I was just like, and I was like, and I was like, I gotta go. And I like hightailed it out of there.
What?
And then I saw him out of the whatever, like I could make out his shape or whatever, and he was not the one. And I'm like, and I'm like, wow, you just ruined it. I would have because I
would've-
literally could not see him. Like I literally was like, he was just like he was like flesh to me. Like it was just nothing. I mean,
So
I would
you
have.
would have hooked up with someone blind that just came approached
Yes.
you and soaped.
Well, because all you
washed-
want to do is come. That's all. You just want to get jerked off. Like that's all you want. I'm not I wouldn't have like penetrative sex
You
with
wouldn't
him.
kiss him,
No, I don't think so.
but you would blindly.
I would have him
unable
blow me
to see,
or
you
jerk
would-
me off. Yeah.
A person comes up, washes
Yes.
your butt, and then you're like, "Let's do this."
Yes. I know. Being gay
That
is
is
wild.
different. Being
It's-
a man is different
It's
than being a
different.
woman.
Yeah, you heard it here.
Here's
Hot
what I've
take.
learned.
Hot take.
I'm like, a little birdie once told me, men are from
Yeah.
Mars and women are from
Although
Venus.
in this culture, I don't know if we can even say it's different. Triggering.
Identifying as a man is much different than identifying as a woman.
Yeah, totally.
But-
so
I'm
yeah, it's weird.
ultimately confused.
It's weird, but being
I'm
gay is
into this,
fun like that because we get horny and we just want to fuck.
Yeah.
I'm making generalizations, but like
I mean, I think that even in my levels of like peak horniness, I would not just want like a random to soap me up in the locker room. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't just want to get like,
yeah.
but I don't even know
respect
what
that.
I would want.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
I mean, gay men have been hooking up in steam rooms since the dawn of time.
Well, yeah.
In fact, in Burke Williams, I think the one in West Hollywood, like I think they were having so many incidences of people hooking up that like they designed it in a way where like you couldn't like being at Brooke Williams was really weird because people would just be patrolling. Like they'd have like security guards or whatever. Like like they'd like be like, oh, the helpers, you know, like redoing the towels or whatever. But they were really just like surveillance. Like it was like surveillance, and it was oppressive. Like you'd be like, please, like leave me alone. But I think they just know that the second they would leave, it would turn into Caligula. Yeah, like literally, and it would because everyone there, like their bodies are insane. Like it's like West Hollywood gym. I mean, it's fucking wild. It's like seeing the most beautiful men. That's where Crunch is. It's like seeing the most beautiful men all in one. It's like Equinox or Crunch or whatever. And yeah, it's a very sexual vibe because it's all men, and people do just walk around nude there, and it's just like it's a journey.
I didn't know about that side of gay culture until I was a member at Crunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I used to go there. I had like a friend that would also go there, and he hooked up with someone in the steam room, and then he was telling me about it, and I was like, what? And then like, I did not know that existed.
The funniest thing to read is this. There's this place called Century Day and Night Spa downtown.
Oh yeah. They always have ads on TV in LA,
and it's a notorious like gay hookup place, and it's hilarious because if you go on Yelp, there's like always a straight guy being like, "It was crazy. I went in a steam room and some guy was eating someone's asshole." Like, people who didn't get the memo, this was a gay hotspot. Yeah, and it's just like a bunch of horrified straight men being like, "This was wild. I just went in for a soak and there was someone fucking right in front of me."
Wait, so what happened in the steam room at Rancho?
Nothing. Like it was just like because they were so conservative and weird, and like I feel like
so you just sat in your towel and you were like, bye.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like looking for a jerk off scenario, but it was just interesting to see how men carried themselves in contrast to like West Hollywood, which was basically just like people showing off their bodies and like being DTF. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just kind of like, honey, like loosen up.
I know. What's weird to me is
I get really comfortable in my body in a weird way when I'm in that environment. Like at that point, I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like honestly, like it's weird. Like I feel shy about my body, but then sometimes I feel very liberated by it. And like, I'm just like, whatever. I don't know. I oscillate.
In a place where it's like all nudity, like if I've gone to like Korean spas and stuff, and it
or
truly,
Mexico for your birthday,
or
where literally everyone just decided to be nude the entire time, which I love.
Well, I did a PSA beforehand to like our group of people that were going for my 30th, and I was like, just so you know, like I'm going to be nude pretty much this entire time, so like just get used to it. And then it's like as soon as we got there, was nude. Yeah, and then everyone who wanted to be nude was nude.
You didn't get nude.
You didn't,
but I didn't get nude because there was someone there that I didn't feel comfortable being nude around.
Oh yeah. Well, I got very nude and it was fun, and I like being naked, but then in a Korean spa too, it's fun because it's just like it's so like I like being in an environment where women are just like letting it all hang out, and it's like it's almost like they're bathing, but then like they're in these different like baths and just like hanging out, and it feels very like comfortable and safe.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But you said you wanted to talk about monogamy.
Oh, so I read Carly's book, Slut Ever, on that vacation. And I mean, we talked about this before. Like, so Carly's book is about sex, and obviously. And what I love about it is that it's actually very, very sex positive, which I think in this culture, in this climate, we talk a lot about assault and rape, which is very, very important, and we've never really talked about this openly before, and it's doing amazing things. However, I will say that reading a book that is purely sex positive and doesn't involve like basically just like is just refreshing. It's like a palate cleanser. It's like, oh my god, sex can be like a positive experience. Like it can also be joyful and like like, you know, it's just wow, that's a really cool thing. And like Carly just enjoying it and asserting her agency and all that stuff. And you know, she talks a lot about monogamy or being open or not open, and it just like, you know, it just like lit that fire underneath me again, where I'm just like, oh my god, like monogamy feels restrictive, and I want to have all those positive sexual experiences. What are you laughing about? I talk about this every week.
Literally all Ryan does is like go back and forth between being like, I'm so happy and satisfied in my relationship.
I am because they're not mutually exclusive. I've always been satisfied in my experience in my relationship with Jonathan. That has nothing to do with it. But it's like I have always, but to me, the pickle that I'm in is that I feel like when you want to fuck other people, there's a certain amount of energy and time that goes into, like, what do I do? Like, go on Grindr? Do I go trolling for a dick? I don't want to do that. I honestly don't. I don't want to do that.
You want to like meet someone and have a crush.
Or no, I know I want to meet someone and like make out with them in a bar and be like done. Or I want like someone to be like, oh, like let's have sex, and I'll be like, okay, great. Like, but that doesn't happen. Like, it doesn't happen in this world today.
But would you want that if you weren't in a relationship?
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like part of the thrill of it for you is like the safety of being in a relationship. It anchors you in those desires to like go out.
It's both. I mean, like, again, like it all comes down to the fact that I've had 2 sexual partners my entire life, and it sucks. Like, I'm like, there's a lot of sex that I have not had that I'm excited. Well, it's more about just like being able to explore other people and like being able.
You want
to
just like hook up with an old guy.
Yeah,
that's what. Let's be honest.
That's the underneath. Let's be honest. I want to hook up with like a daddy who's like 45.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think you could easily do that.
Yeah, but like how?
Babe, you're not like
there's that
single,
porn star
so you're
that
not gonna go. You're not gonna like go out to a bar and like you want to like a meet cute with your hookup.
I guess
you do.
Yeah,
you're like
I want to be organic.
Yeah, but you're not approaching this from a perspective of truly just wanting to have sex. It's about more than just sex.
Well, I want him to want to have sex with me, so I hire an escort's out of the question.
Yeah.
Like the whole point is I want to.
But like you could go on Grindr and like find a daddy that would fuck you.
I know.
Or make out and then leave you at a bar if that's what you really want them to do.
Imagine that.
You're like, meet me at this bar and then make out with me after one drink and then go. And they're like, okay.
It's true.
I don't actually know if they'd be down for that. If
no.
I think you need to do a little more. But like, you can get what you want, but part of it is you do want to meet cute and you want like the experience of like dating. And
I want to know if any of our readers are in open relationships.
Yeah.
Or have fucked with a monogamish situation. So let me know.
I'm very into like monogamish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't necessarily think that it's a reasonable expectation that like you're only, once you meet someone that you're in love with, you're gonna like fuck them and only them for the rest of your life. That seems like kind of restrictive. But I also am not like, let's open up the relationship, because I would want to protect what we have and like whatever.
No, and it's true. And like, but I think also like it really is important. Context is really important, or context in this situation is important, because there are different motivations why people open a relationship up. And I think where it gets problematic is when you open it up because you're bored.
Yeah.
And you want to spice things up. And I think that's a really risky thing. For me, I'm so satisfied by Jonathan. It's just sort of this sort of like yearning of like being like, wow, like everyone else got to like have sex with a lot of people except for me, and I feel really cheated because I was celibate for so long and I want to have those experiences. Or maybe I just want to have one and then
I
be
think
like,
that you romanticize.
I do
because a lot, like when you're out single having sex with a lot of people,
it's not great.
No, it's like some of them are okay and then some of them are horrific.
No,
and you're like, oh my God.
I know.
But
I know.
You want
You're right.
You want a dating experience.
No, I just want to. I honestly, what you said is, I want to fuck a dad.
Well, then go on Grindr and fuck someone.
A dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Should we go to the Eagle tonight and scout?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people will be fired up about the Super Bowl.
Oh, at the Eagle?
Yeah.
No one's going to care about the Super Bowl at the Eagle. It's a gay leather bar.
I feel like people are like sporty though.
No.
My like dream scenario is a threesome with 2 guys.
I know you've always wanted it. Do you want the 2 guys to fuck too, or no?
I'm down for them to fuck. I would love it if it happened for them to fuck. That's not like a prerequisite, but like I would hope that they're open to like at least like making out or something.
I think so.
I would love for one of them to like suck the other one's dick.
Oh my God, that'd be so fucking hot. That's so hot.
Yeah.
That's like,
it's hot.
Yeah.
So it's important. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's becoming more and more acceptable.
On your Grindr profiles, you should say like looking for a gay couple to have a threesome with.
I don't want to have a threesome with a gay couple though.
Or like a bisexual couple.
Yeah. I'm not so wanting to go on Grindr to find this. I would like to like meet a bisexual
You want to
guy.
meet cute threesome.
I want to meet cute
You
threesome.
want to literally run into like a bisexual
If you're allowed
couple.
to have, if you're
you
allowed
run
to
into
have,
a bisexual couple like Whole Foods and be like, hey, is that your carrot or mine?
Don't want to do it with like a bisexual couple. I want to be in a relationship with someone and then invite someone in
That's great.
to do it with us.
All right, well you're gonna have to get into a relationship first. And
Just a small step.
Get into that later. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a twosome. Yeah.
So, anyways, well,
wow.
good luck to you.
I'm gonna need it, but I do want to. I do.
How does Jonathan feel about this? He's like, go forth and daddy it up.
Well, I really want to have sex with this porn star, and I've mentioned him before on this podcast because we've had really fun experiences together, and I want to fook him.
So is Jonathan okay with that?
Yeah.
Is Jonathan allowed to fuck other people?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, of course.
Ryan, I feel like you're the kind of boyfriend who like you are able to do whatever you want, but as soon as Jonathan did anything like that,
that might be true.
Flip the fuck out.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That might be true.
I can't wait. This is actually, I'm already tortured by this.
A storm is brewing.
This is a storm brewing for sure.
A perfect storm. Horm. Yeah, no, I know. Whatever, okay? Relationships are weird and hard, and I mean, it's hard.
Good that you're talking about it and that you're open about it, though, because I think one of the worst things in relationships is like if someone like won't even talk or entertain an idea about some kind of like sexual something.
We always talk about it, and I think Jonathan's main fear is about just fucking with what we have, which is pretty great, and how inviting.
Well, yeah, and that's like that would be my biggest worry about.
That's why it needs to be like a Marlon Rando. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know from the readers. I want to know if they've ever compromised like with like a sexual fantasy to like honor the person they're with. Like if they've said like I've always wanted to like do like I dated someone who I was like told him when we were dating I was like I want to have like a threesome like with another guy like blah blah blah. And he was like flat out absolutely not. That will never ever ever happen.
Yeah.
If you think if you think that will ever happen in this relationship and like if that's something you can't do,
and that's not chic.
But I was also like, well then I'm not so interested in dating anymore.
No, I know.
But like I want to know from the readers, have they ever like just been like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And like then shut the door on their fantasy.
Also like cheating. People will cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheating stresses me out.
Well, I just don't think there's
cheating.
Any need for
I think if you're gonna cheat, it's a sign that you shouldn't be with the person that you're with.
You can't talk about
I've always viewed it too as like for me personally, if I like have and I've cheated on a couple boyfriends or whatever, but like in that moment, I've been like, okay, I have to break up with this person. I break up with them the next day.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I can't wait for this update on your daddy journey.
I know. I think there'll be one coming soon. I don't know. I mean, actually, I don't know where I pulled that in my
Yeah,
ass.
I was like, from where?
I'm like teasing something that isn't actually happening.
You're like, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And I'm like, oh, I guess I should schedule a hookup with a daddy.
You're like, I should probably talk to my boyfriend about this.
I know. Jonathan just learns so much. Jonathan listens to the podcast sometimes.
I know.
He's like, you talk about me. He's like, you troll me. He goes, I need to go on the podcast to clear my name.
He needs to come on the podcast and clear the air. And also some of the readers want him to, too.
They do?
Yeah, we've gotten emails that are like, when is Jonathan going to make an appearance?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. Will we ever get to hear from our sweet Jonathan?
No. Take the mic. It's my time.
Maybe I'll have him on Sexy Unique Pod.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
That would be really fun, actually.
Yeah, he'd be great.
Yeah, you should do that. Give him his own platform.
Yeah. I'm like, let's talk about Ryan. I'm like, what bothers me about Ryan?
Yeah, you guys can have a field day. Okay, wait. I want to talk about
we need to talk about Rose McGowan.
Yeah, we need to talk about Rose. Okay, so I read her book.
You read her book.
Yeah, it's
I'm really excited to read it. I can't wait.
It's fantastic. You really get to understand the extent of the trauma and abuse that she's had from like since day one. Like her childhood was fucked up. She was homeless. She was like legit
born
homeless.
into a cult.
She was born into a cult. Then she had an abusive father and a very absentee mother, and she was kind of shuffled around. And then she was homeless for like a year or two. And it was hard. Like, it seemed like she never had any real parental figure or anyone looking out for her.
Yeah.
And I think that what I appreciate about Rose is that she truly is the only one, especially in this movement of everyone being so woke. She's the only one that truly is not giving a fuck. Like, even like she talks about Time Is Up, which is the CIA initiative, which is great because it donates money to a fund. But the impetus behind that starting was the fact that CIA had bad press regarding like knowing about these things
and they were
happening.
complicit.
They were complicit in it, and this is their way
and
to
sending
like
their
clear
clients
their
to it.
Yeah, and this is their way to clear their name. So Time's Up is a little icky. It comes from an icky place, and that's not to say that it's not important and great, but like Rose McGowan's the only one being like, yeah, want to know why that's happening? It's happening because of this, da-da-da. Like, she's full on transparent. And
Rose is fighting for justice, and she's a fucking warrior.
I think that's
and
really important. And, you know, she's come under a lot of crossfire because I guess she yelled at a trans person at her reading, kind of confronted her. And then Rose just like lost her shit and started screaming at the trans person and said a lot of weird shit. Here's the thing, like, she's on a book tour where basically she's like talking about her rape like 24/7. And I think that she's really fragile. I saw her interview on Colbert and it seemed like she was like, I mean, I'm not a professional, but it seemed like she was going through like kind of some manic episode or something. Like, I mean, there's clear like mental health problems, which like, no duh, because what she's been through would drive anyone to develop mental health problems. Like, she's been abused systematically since she was born.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's going to have some problems, and she's going to be messy, and she's going to be problematic, and she's not going to always say the right thing, and she's not going to always be articulate. And I think that like,
and I don't think that she's trying to position herself as someone that is always saying the right thing.
No,
so
of course not. But she's like, she's lit, and like, so I think people are looking for a way to not trust her because I think that she is talking about really uncomfortable things, and she's giving truly like no fucks. You know, she's not just like taking an activist to an award ceremony and being like, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, she's actually just truly doing the work.
Yeah.
Like, she's actually, and like, she's really like blowing up the cult of Hollywood, and she's like blowing up like what we've been sold. I mean, she's talking about real heavy shit, but also with everything that she's saying, it's sort of like, well, where's the lie? I mean, she's pretty much right about everything.
Yeah, no, she's right.
She said that the guy, she said that the person that confronted her at the Barnes and Noble reading was a plant from Harvey Weinstein. And it's so funny because initially you want to be like, that's fucking insane. But you have to also remember that Harvey Weinstein literally sent spies after her.
Yeah.
So honestly, I believe anything at this point.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, like I haven't read her book yet. I can't wait to read it.
Did you watch Citizen Rose?
I watched Citizen Rose.
It's really intense.
It's
intense.
I live for what Rose is doing, and I fully respect it, and I am 100% on board to watch this entire series. But I have to say that Rose is babe.
Yeah, she's a little babe. But she's also babe. I mean, that's the thing.
She has a lot of moments. She oscillates between different babes, but she is babing the fuck out on this reality show. And you don't star in your own docuseries and like direct your own docuseries if you're not a bit of a babe. And so,
well, the interesting thing about her is that there's still a lot of ego, and there's still like a lot of like, you're an actress. Like, there's a not to say that she's pretending, but there is a level of narcissism.
Well, yeah, but that's what makes it. It's like it hits all my levels of what I want and to watch, because I like that she's like shining a light on sexual assault and like the fucked up shit that happens in Hollywood and the industry and stuff, and that's cool. But then she also acts like a fucking psycho, and that's even better because it's like Rose is just like vaping.
I know.
24. She's like vaping 24/7. It like cuts to her, and she's wearing like a very unclear pair of glasses, like giving a phone interview on speakerphone. Like, Rose is not afraid to let her babe fly. Also, she's giving a full-blown
interview in a bathtub.
Oh yeah, Rose is filming herself fully clothed in a bathtub, having like serious moments.
I mean, she's performing, very intense,
but also she's
giving you good sound bites.
Yeah, and like. And the whole...
Did you see her short of Dawn? It was incredible.
No, I didn't see it.
It was incredible. It was actually... It's dark, but it's good.
Well, yeah, it didn't look like a rom-com, I'll tell you that. But like, I'm here for it. I'm here for whatever Rose is giving us.
She's the only one who's really going there. I mean, really going there.
Yeah, and to what you said earlier, it's like... yeah, no wonder she's fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
she literally had a spy befriend her and pretend to be like an ally, and then turn out to be an actual spy.
And I hate the internet culture. Like, since the Barnes and Noble thing, people are like, I'm done with her. I'm done. No, thank you. She's not a trans ally. She's done. And it's like, can we fucking allow some goddamn nuance for once? And they're like, there's just the internet culture behind it. The knee-jerk reactions, they frustrate me to no end because they're just so like, I don't know. It depresses me because it feels very like witch hunting. It feels very simplistic.
Well, it's just outrage culture.
It's outrage culture, and it's like, you don't understand what this woman has been through. It's like she's been like a professional victim for the last year, and she's been talking about her rape and her assault, and then she loses her shit at someone who's confronting her at a book at a book signing.
No one is perfect.
It isn't,
and like. And
I
think the thing that separates her is that she's not trying to necessarily say the right thing all the time or be like woke. Like, and so it's like
But she does. The one thing I think that she does do that is frustrating is that she sort of, I want to say, has developed a little bit of like a God complex. A little bit. I've noticed a little bit. Like, she's like, I'm Rose fucking McGowan. I'm fucking brave. Like, it's just like, whoa.
Well, I mean, if that's what she needs to do to get through it, then by all means. I think that ultimately she's doing more good than harm.
Oh, for sure.
And so it doesn't really matter.
All the internet trolls are like, I'm done with her. Fuck her. Anti-trans. Like, blah, 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 and it's just like, she's doing more to impact the world than, like, what are you doing? Writing in your fucking basement? Like, what are you doing? Like go do something. Then go donate to, like, go work with, like, trans youth. Like, go do something.
Yeah.
Like, stop being on your fucking computer and do something. It just makes me really upset how there is no room for nuance anymore in conversations, and that we just live in this outrage culture. And we also live in a culture that I think there's sort of like people are trying to out victim each other a little bit. Does that make sense? Like, I'm a bigger victim than you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
No, I definitely get a sense of that where it's like, I don't know, it's complicated. Like, watching.
But I'm even scared to say this stuff because I feel like we live in this culture where, like, you can't make one misstep.
You're scaring me with saying that stuff, but it's like, I don't think it's not. You're not wrong. Like, especially,
I think people are so scared.
I think that comes a point. I can only speak for like myself. Okay, so it's like sometimes with like Me Too and everything, and watching this movement unfold and watching people come forward with stories and stuff, it's like I start to feel like, okay, well, my own story is insignificant somehow because it's not as like crazy as this other woman's story or like this person's story, or like I start to like compare and contrast against, which is like fucked up and weird, but that's like kind of how society works in a way.
I think so too.
So, but then it's been a journey. This whole thing has been like a painful learning experience, even just as like someone that's more so like watching than speaking out necessarily. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of like living, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I've gotten like re-traumatized like so many times over the course of it. Mm-hmm. And I think that in the end, it's going to be for the best, but it's been like, it's just a weird experience to go through, to like have all the like Harvey Weinstein stuff come out, and then like, I don't know, just like a reckoning with my own assault and like my own history with like sexual like weird shit happening, and then like to see it play out, like, I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I can't imagine actually, but I think it would be very bizarre. And I think you're right. I think that good things are always ultimately going to be coming from this, and there's going to be missteps, and people are just kind of figuring it out, blah, blah, blah. And I
think it's more important that people say whatever they need to say, and then like the cards kind of fall where they fall. Like, but it does. There is like some sort. I don't know.
It's the outrage culture and the out victiming thing that makes me upset, because I feel like we live in a space where people are not allowed to just have dialogues about things anymore. It's like you have to take the right position, and if you aren't, then you're scum, and you're like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just very like, again, it feels like very like witch hunty, not witch hunty, it's not the right word because people said like straight guys will be like it's a witch hunt against males, which I'm
No,
like, lol,
that's definitely not.
what I'm
Honey, I'm like, way to make it all about you. It's like,
oh
not.
my God, I know, please. No, but it's just like I wish that people were allowed to speak candidly about certain things and kind of be like, I feel this way without feeling like they were going to have.
Where it's like someone's like does like a sound clip of you being like, it's like a victim, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, Ryan O'Connell thinks that this. And it's like, I don't know.
It's like, it's just, it's so weird. It's like, like when I saw Rose's thing on Stephen Colbert and I saw the Barnes & Noble thing, I was like, oh my God, because I know that people are just looking for a way for her to fuck up. Like for Rose to be so outspoken and to be so loud, it's like
are those things really bringing her down? Are people?
They are. Oh yeah. I mean, she's also.
I haven't even like
also
heard
acting in a not chic way. She's like, I'm canceling all. I mean, she's
babing
the fuck out.
Yeah.
She is, and like I'm kind of like, oh honey.
But you know what? It's like
she's definitely making it worse for herself. But I also think that like the frustration with Rose is that she's saying all these powerful things, but also there's this like everything else, she has to be like the perfect activist and the perfect leader, and she can't mess up.
Yeah.
And people are looking for her, like they're looking for reasons to take her down.
Well, it's also, I think with women in general, it's like the pressure is more on you to be like being the perfect activist and all of that, and like looking a certain way and acting a certain way, and it all plays into.
Now, do I wish that Rose should an apology, and instead of she doubled down and said she was canceling all her things? And I mean, she's not acting great. She's not. But again, I think she's truly going through something. I think that like,
well, yeah, how could you not be?
How could you not? And so she's not acting.
Do I think that she's like the end all be all figure of like everything related to this movement? No, but do I think she's like a really important person and like is part of the bigger conversation? And yes, she's like a very important, like,
and again, think about what she's doing. She's going on a book tour and talking about her assault over and over. I mean, it's like she's got to be like re-traumatized 20,000 times, and she's probably fragile as fuck and saying crazy things that don't always make sense. I mean, you saw like Stephen Colbert interview, right?
No. I haven't heard about any of this like Rose fallout. I've just been riding a high. I've been riding a babe high of watching her show, and just truly, I was like, our friend Cornelia came over to watch it with me, and we were like, she is I was like, she is babing the fuck out of this, but I love it. But it's also
speak her fucking. It's refreshing.
It's refreshing. I love that it's on E too. I'm just obsessed with the whole thing.
Yeah. So
I feel like let's move on though.
Okay. Fair enough.
Readers, tell us what you think. Email us at babepodcast.com with your thoughts.
I hope nothing I take ruins my life.
Nothing you take ruins your life.
Nothing I said ruins my life.
Babe, talking to the microphone.
Nothing I said ruins. I hope nothing I said ruins my life.
Me too.
I'm just trying to talk about things.
I know.
In an honest way.
But it's just,
and I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Because
well, this is a safe space.
Is it? It's going on the internet, which is
well,
like the
then
ultimate
do you want me to cut it
place.
out?
No. Maybe no. I don't think so.
Okay.
But did you think anything I said was bad?
No, but I mean, I just like when you were like, it's people trying to out victim each other. I was like, but then I was like, that's true, and I felt that personally. Like, not. It's like when does. And maybe that is something that I just have to deal with, and that's more of a me problem, and maybe that's more of a you problem than a real problem. But it's like there is a thought that is like, oh my God, this person was like more sexually traumatized than I was,
or
like
endured more than you have.
Yeah, and it's like it's not about that, because it's not okay. Whatever happens, it's like non-consensual or harassment is not okay, just on a base level, like across the board. But it definitely. I don't know. It's hard. I like
society always has a way of tainting things.
It reminds me of when I was in boarding school, like an emotional growth boarding school for troubled teens. There was definitely like a sense we had to work a lot with like our shame and be very like vocal and open about like sharing traumatic things that had happened to us or like blah, blah, blah. And it created it was good in this fact that you could come forward and say like things that you were really ashamed of that happened to you, or like get stuff off your chest. But then it also had people that came forward and would say like crazy stories that weren't true, and then make like a huge deal, and it'd be like, oh my God, like this crazy shit happened to like, you know, Caitlyn, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then you would find out later that she had just lied about that in like a huge like group therapy session. And then it would be like a whole other like.
I don't think people are lying.
No, I don't think people are lying, but it's like.
But I think that there is sort of a like.
But that
it's a pissing contest.
Yeah.
It's a pissing contest of who's.
I feel like we're digging our own graves in this podcast. I feel like we set in and like just started digging,
no, I think
and we're like standing in the grave.
Fine. My main thing is like I wish that I think it's like human nature, or no, it's society ingrained to like pit people against each other and like rather than actually just come together.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really cheesy, but I just like when I see this infighting with groups, it's sad.
Yeah.
Because it's like I wish that we could all just be like, we've all had really fucked up things.
Whenever I felt like that, whenever I'm reading like someone else's statement or opinion piece and then starting to like compare my history of sexual assault or like harassment with theirs, it's like I just try and be conscious of like taking a step back and being like, this is not reflective of like your experience in any way, shape, or form. And like everyone has a different experience, and they don't have like, I just have to remind myself that it's like that doesn't diminish me or like make mine any less important.
Right.
Like, but be like very active about like reminding myself like that, because then it's like feels like shit to be like, well, I wasn't even like raped importantly enough or something. Like it's like a fucked
you're
up.
Like, yeah, no,
you're
I
like even you're like you come away with being like, oh, I went through this thing, but that doesn't even matter to anyone. The way that this person's matters, which is like a totally weird way of thinking.
I know, but it's how things have kind of molded. And just to be clear, I do think that Rose said fucked up shit to that trans person at her story signing. She did. I mean, Rose is babying the fuck out.
I didn't see it. But to like,
she said something like, "I'm not from your fucking planet, bro." Like being. I mean, she said some not.
I mean, I feel like anyone
not
that's
good.
in a non-babe state of mind would know that like, hey,
She's
I need to like not scream at a trans person that's like trying to ask me a question.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Lighting a candle for
Love and light.
Rose. Love and light.
We're here for you.
I'm here for Rose,
hope this
and
episode ends.
I hope it ends. I hope you get on like whatever medication or get a new vape pen and like are able to like deal with your life.
But also, thank you for being brave.
Yeah. Sending you love and light. Sending everyone in that situation love and light.
Yeah.
I've been having dreams that I've been getting invited to see secret screenings of Sex and the City 3.
Oh, are you serious?
I've had two separate dreams since our last podcast that like
didn't Sarah Jessica Parker, she was on
Watch What Happens Live and she said like maybe she hinted to maybe being open to a version of Sex and the City 3 without Samantha. I say just do it.
No.
Just do it.
No, you need Samantha.
You
need Samantha.
No, I just need this movie. It does not matter what shape or form it comes in.
You're dumpster diving.
I am. I've never not been. Ryan, any form of this movie is a dumpster dive.
No, with Samantha, it's not dumpster dive. It's like leftovers. It's like stale
Honey,
leftovers.
I'm here for whatever form we get.
I need Samantha.
I need the
and
art.
Kim knows that.
I need
important.
the art piece that is Sex and the City 3 in however it can be delivered to me. Readers, weigh in. babepodcast@gmail.com. I'm here for it.
Fair enough.
What else is going on?
I wanted to talk about, this is backpedaling, but I'm banned from my mom's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
This is really quick. So I was going to go up to my mom's house to visit her. She lives in Eureka. And I was like, oh, I'll just come a week later to come up for your birthday. And Mama goes, oh, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, why? She goes, your brother's coming up there and it's just going to be too much for me. And I'm like, when has my brother and I been too much for you? That's like your version of ecstasy, like having both your sons up there.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, it's just overwhelming. And I'm like, no, like what's happening? She goes, well, Sean doesn't want you to come up. It's like, what are you talking about? Because he just wants some one-on-one time. And I was just like,
that's okay. It's
Yeah.
not okay when you're Ryan O'Connell.
No, the more time
this is drama.
No, the more time I have to think about it, it's okay. So actually, let's not talk about it. It's actually fine. No, you're right. I'm sorry.
I love it. You're having a babe that you just turned into like
A babe.
it's not yet a babe exclamation point because I can see that you're still a little miffed.
No, but I understand it
You're
more.
just reaching a place of neutrality, which
Yeah.
I think is good. You just have to respect your siblings and understand that they need time.
Oh, I know.
alone
You're
if they
right.
need time
You're right.
alone.
This is why I need to go to Al-Anon too, by the way.
Yeah.
I really need to go to Al-Anon.
And what else is going on? I feel like we had some other good stuff to talk about. Oh, Lindsay Lohan posted some Instagram today that said her new project is a thing called lawyer.com.
I unfollowed her.
I was
I
just like,
unfollowed her.
huh.
Emotionally, physically, spiritually, I unfollowed her.
I'm here like more than ever for her
I
now.
can't. She darks me out.
It's like a Tara Reid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, scary.
You said you wanted to talk
About what?
about Troye Sivan.
Oh, I
That you
actually
love
don't want to. I love his new songs. They're great.
They're good. Yeah. I live.
He did a little ballad guy.
He's a little cutie.
Little cutie. My. It's a great
He's a
great
honey.
song. Run to at the gym.
Um,
Those are my deep thoughts on Troye Sivan.
I know. I was like writing out, and Ryan goes, I want to talk about Troye Sivan. I was like, what do you need to talk about? And he was like, I just love his songs.
Hot
Babe,
take. I know. Hot takes again. Coming with the hot takes today.
you had a babe moment this week, exclamation
What are you
point,
talking
when you
about?
got your new glasses.
Oh yeah.
I just want to have a Ryan O'Connell appreciation moment
For
for
what?
how hot the glasses are.
Oh, great.
And you're just really hot.
What?
Yeah.
Really? What do you mean?
I just see your selfies that you post on Instagram and I think to myself, wow, he's so hot.
But you don't think that in person. That makes me think I don't look as good in person as I do in photos.
I don't know how to comment on that.
Lara.
What?
It's true.
I'm neither going to.
Oh! Lara.
What?
I don't know, because everyone says that. Everyone like even Carly was like, God, you're looking so good on your Instagram. And I'm like, but I'm here now.
What?
Like,
So
what does
do you
that
want me to
mean?
tell you to
I'm
your
looking good
face
on
you look
Instagram?
hot?
Well, like I don't put filters on my photos.
But I thought that you pose it up for Instagram. You're purposely trying to look hot.
Yeah, of course. But like I don't
You
put
post
filters.
photos with your little like sexy
Yeah.
scowl.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
you don't
have-
scowl in real life. You
Okay.
are a
Well-
lawler IRL.
with my laugh lines.
You have a live, laugh, love persona face to face. You're not like
Do I look different?
if you walked
IRL?
around looking like you did on Instagram in real life, we wouldn't be friends.
But do I look? I don't want people. I don't want to be like catfishing anyone.
You're not
do I
catfishing.
Do I look? Because I don't put filters.
babe,
or
you're
anything
trying
on
to
it.
be an Instagram model when you do those things. I know you, and I know that you're like posing and scowling and trying to look sexy and disturbed.
I
And
know.
I'm telling you right now, you do a great job of it.
But in person, do I look crazy?
You look disturbed.
Do I look crazy in person? Do I?
No, sometimes,
Really?
but not like in a bad way.
okay.
You're just Ryan.
All right. I don't
You
know
are,
what- I don't
and
know what
you're
any of
turning.
this means.
You literally just turned like a compliment into an
Well,
insult.
because I just worry that like I once had this job, and one of the one of the writers was like looked at my my Twitter profile and was like, you do not look like yourself in this photo at all. And I was just like, and like they were like, you look so good, and I'm like, what? That's so hurtful. Because that makes me think like, oh, I'm ugly, and I don't know.
You're
and I
not
just
ugly IRL.
But I do know that I photograph well. I do know that, but I don't know what to say. I'm insecure.
Oh,
I'm insecure. Season 3 on HBO. What?
I do photograph well. I can't even.
Sorry, I don't know what to say. My mind is
I
short
literally
circuiting.
tried to give you a
My
compliment
mind
and
is
then-
short circuiting because I'm literally feeling like Grendel, and I'm just trying to like find myself to the light again.
Okay.
I'm trying to find myself to the light because I'm feeling like Beowulf.
You're more Beowulf.
Beowulf.
BAE.
Oh, or Beowulf.
Now you're Beowulf.
Beowulf.
You're Beowulf when I literally tell you you look hot, and then you say, "But I don't look hot in person, do I?" And then I have to say, "You do, but it's
You
different."
didn't say you do.
Well,
you didn't.
You don't
purposely
look
said-
like a scowly Instagram model in person.
All right.
Do I look like my Instagram?
Yeah, you do, actually. You look exactly how you do in photos.
Okay. Well,
I think you actually might look even a little bit better.
in real life. God, I love that. Thank God.
I know.
I'm just
But
kidding.
you look good. What?
Trying to troll.
Oh. But you look good in photos, too.
Thanks, honey. We've derailed.
I don't know. I'm like feeling fragile. I'm just kidding. I'm like over it. All right, let's move on to the viewer mail.
You're black swanning.
Let's read Bay mail.
Okay. M writes us, Ryan and Lara. God damn, you two are amazing, and finding Babe was like shining a light in a fucking tunnel. As a 17-year-old girl who's bored out of her damn mind with being in high school,
I love the teens.
I am thankful that I can loll with you guys on my car rides and when I'm tackling pre-calculus. Y'all are truly the best. I've said live, laugh, love, and live your truth maybe 480% more than I ever would after listening to your podcast, but like, it feels right. Side note, Ryan, your Style Like You video from a while ago was beautiful, and that was what led me to Babe in the first place.
Aww.
Keep going on this journey and lolling your way through the hard stuff. Peace and love, M.
Oh, that's sweet. That wasn't like an advice.
No, I just wanted to read that.
But that's sweet.
I felt like you needed that.
I needed that. I did.
Okay. Oh my God, we got a really good email.
Okay.
From Anonymous.
Okay.
The subject was Mom Babe. This week's tangent about thievery really hit home for me, and I wanted to share my babeness as of late. I'm 27 and have a beautiful 7-month-old baby daughter, and sometimes we just like to go to Target and load up the stroller with stupid shit and bounce. It is a thrill. Now, I know what you're thinking. That is quite irresponsible of you to shoplift while caring for your baby. But to that I say, true. But also, isn't it genius? Just as no one would expect a boy with a limp, neither would they suspect a mom of just hanging out with her baby. I've never stolen a thing in my life, so while this may be very late in the game, the rush is that of a rebelling teenager without a cause. I think it may stem from being bored as a stay-at-home mom, so I'm seeking out therapeutic intervention before I get thrown in jail and my husband has to pick up our daughter from Child Protective Services.
That's amazing.
You guys truly did the Lord's work and saved a family this week. Congrats. P.S. Don't use my name.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm loving for her journey.
I love it.
Steal. Go ahead.
Well,
steal.
I say steal, but maybe stop stealing because I feel like I don't want you to jinx yourself. Like I live for you stealing from Target.
Yeah, because that's where I stole from. That's where I got banned from for 10 years.
I'm obsessed with it. And I don't think anyone would question it.
No, you just have to pay a fine if you get caught. It's like no big deal.
It'd be kind of okay.
I think she continues.
I think you would just have to be like, oh my God, I was using this as my shopping cart and I totally forgot that I had stuff in there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, just clutch your baby and be like,
I'd be like, I have postpartum depression.
No, but also be like whispering like, he's sleeping.
Yeah, be like,
shh. You're going to wake the
child.
He just went down for a nap. You're trying
to
wake him?
When you're a
and
mom,
then guilt them. And then guilt them being like, how you just woke up my child.
Yeah.
You just woke up my child.
I think that like you get like a get out of jail free card with a being a mom shoplifting with your baby. Yeah. And then the next time you go to jail. Yeah. So it's exciting.
I don't know. I think, but can I just say like I stopped doing it because I got caught. And then once you get caught, the thrill is gone.
Yeah.
So I never stole again after I got caught. So maybe she should just do it until she gets caught. Really, consequences are very small.
Yeah. They seem small.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay.
Oh, this is long.
Or should we not read it?
No, let's read it. Is it good?
Yeah. So Nikki writes us babe moments in herstory. She said, babe, love the podcast. I wanted to tell you one of the times I fully babed, circa 2013. The summer after I graduated law school, I moved in with my mother in order to save money because I had to take a leave of work to study for the bar exam. This began my rapid descent into full babing. I studied from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day for 8 weeks and was live, laugh, loving. If by live you mean crying a lot, and by laugh you mean vomiting every day, and by love you mean taking a fleece blanket to the library every day and eventually just leaving it there overnight because they knew I'd be back and I needed the goddamn blanket. Finally, right before I sat for the bar, I was home one night and becoming more and more worked up with anxiety about this test, and I overheard my mom on the phone with her BFF, who she would call and loudly talk to for hours a day. I overheard her say, "They can't make me stand my ground, Linda," in reference to the Trayvon Martin, Florida law that allowed George Zimmerman to murder a kid. For whatever reason, this triggered me into a full rage at my mother for making that case about her and believing that someone would make her stand her fucking ground in Illinois. I left my bedroom to go tell her to stop talking and stop talking stupid, and saw her fully sharing a plate of spaghetti and meatballs with her fucking parakeet named Scooter.
Wait, I did not see that parakeet. The parakeet reveal I did not see coming. Wait, a parakeet. First of all, anyone that owns a bird is truly not well.
Bird owners.
Bird owners are the ultimate babe.
Yeah,
they're fucking crazy.
Babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust
babe,
a bird
dot,
owner.
dot, dot. I don't even question.
Yeah.
There's no question they're a babe.
Her parakeet named Scooter, and she lost it. Babes, I went into a 40-minute tirade about every single thing she'd ever done wrong. To be fair, there was a lot of material there. And how much I hated Scooter and how she was insane for believing someone could make her stand her ground and for believing that parakeets could eat pasta on the regular. And I went into my room, slammed the door, and then in a full spiral, emailed my best friend whose wedding I was to be the maid of honor, telling her I was dropping out of the wedding. It was about a week before the wedding, and not to reply to the email because I was over the wedding and didn't need to talk about it.
Wait, no. Stop. Wow, that is truly. She's on a babe page, a babe rampage.
She did go on a babe rampage. Long story short,
I love babe rampages.
Long story short, I ended up being the maid of honor in that wedding. I passed the bar and dug myself out of the spiral without getting bangs. My mom still has Scooter, and she still eats spaghetti with him.
That's great.
That's amazing.
That's an amazing story.
So you babed, but then there was healing, and then everything restored itself exactly back to how it was.
I love when there's reveals during the emails. Like, I think I have the email figured out, and then all of a sudden a curveball is thrown. Like, that person was bald.
To what?
Who, likes hairbrushes. And he's like, well, actually, I'm bald. And I was like, what? Like, I love, a late reveal.
I forgot about our bald hairbrush
Yeah, being,
lover.
in a session with hairbrushes, and then just, FYI, I'm bald. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Oh my God, a babe rampage. That is so good.
That is really good.
I love that her mom eats pasta with Scooter.
Her parakeet.
Coming around the corner to see a mom sharing pasta with Scooter I would
babe out too.
Come fully unhinged.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that, Nikki.
It's amazing.
All right, should we read one more?
Yeah, let's read one more.
Okay. Carly writes, "Hi guys, avid viewer here. I love listening to all the truths and laws, but it's driven me to a place that I truly don't know if it's a major dark out or majorly chic. Maybe you can help. Is it babe to have become so obsessed with Ryan that I've trolled his name and searched all podcasts he is a guest starred on to listen in between my babe episodes? It's truly TBD. P.S. I, of course, keep up on SUP too, so justice for Lara."
No, I support.
I read that for you.
I think that once you get a taste, you can't get enough. And I totally understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand hearing this and wanting more.
He gets it.
I really get it, and I support you. And if you are looking for my best podcast reel, you should check out. You should check out them jeans. I've been on that podcast a bunch.
I'm sure she knows about that podcast.
It's my greatest work, other than being on this podcast.
That is your greatest work?
No.
Okay. This is from Kristen, and the subject is not sorry, which was already a babe. Ryan, dear Lara and Ryan, longtime Lawler, first time caller, I felt compelled to write you for two reasons. One, this is in regards to the conversation about people with special diets and making a huge deal about it. My sister, who is also a fan of both podcasts, and I have a sister-in-law, actually future ex-sister-in-law at this moment in time, who claims to have a gluten intolerance. She's one of those people that always makes the biggest deal about it, and it drives the two of us insane. Anytime we make plans for dinner with her, we always had to research online for the best places with gluten-free menus and send the restaurants to her for approval because we would never hear the end of it if we went to the restaurant where she only had a few options. Even after we would let her pick the restaurant, she hated every meal she ever ate, but that's a completely different issue. We also had to make secret plans to go to one of our favorite restaurants because she loved one of the items on the menu that wasn't gluten-free, and if she couldn't have it, none of us could. There were many gluten-free items on the menu, but she refused to eat them and would guilt us if we wanted to go there. My sister and I actually had a theory that her gluten intolerance was all in her head because it literally came out of nowhere one day. So, is it babe that we used to sneak gluten into her food without her knowledge so that we could truly find out if her intolerance was real or not? Well, she never got a stomachache after eating the gluten-infested food, so there's that. Now she's divorcing our brother, so we're waiting for the perfect time to tell him that we've been poisoning her food with gluten for years and she never got sick. It's still too early to tell him, but we'll get there one day. Now, here are my thoughts on the babe merch.
Oh, okay.
I'm a fellow deadhead, R.I.P. Jerry, and I think we need a tie-dye shirt that is a play on the Let Trey Sing tease from Dead 50 that says something like, "Let me babe." You're much more clever than that, so you can probably think of something better. Anyways, love you. Sorry this got much longer than I had intended.
Okay, regarding the merch, I can't go there.
Ryan and I had a tense discussion about merch that then ended not tense, so we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. What? I'm serious.
We're fine.
We
no,
are.
we are good.
Regarding
we're in
the
a really
gluten thing,
good place.
I love it. First of all, sister-in-law, which is what I would call you.
Sister-in-law.
You're my sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you call your Lara sister. Anyway,
yeah.
I think it's fine. I think that poisoning. I mean, I think that I
think
know.
that's funny.
I know when you if they actually have a gluten allergy, you would know. Like if it just comes out of nowhere, then obviously they're just being weird about food.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine to test the waters. Now, if they actually had like celiac disease, like. And you've always known that.
You'd be a monster.
You'd be a monster.
But this is just like a fun troll.
Yeah, and clearly she's making it
And
up.
it will make for a mega lol once like the divorce is finalized and you can like give your brother a really good lol as a gift.
Yeah.
And tell him about the food poisoning.
Yeah. So I think it's all worth it.
Yeah. It's great.
She sounds terrible. So whatever.
Yeah. I hate my biggest
fucking picky food shit.
I hate picky food shit, but my biggest like anger in this email is the fact that she like would not let you go to a restaurant where she desperately wanted to order it and then wouldn't let. That's psychotic, and she actually deserves to have all the gluten in her food for that. That's a troll and also really selfish.
God, she's a Putin about gluten. She is.
Oh man.
They pay me
okay.
big bucks.
Speaking of gluten, what are we gonna eat for a treat?
Eat.
Why?
I can't.
Why?
Because I'm trying not to eat. I have to eat dinner. I'm eating dinner later on, but I'm not.
What are you?
Tweet. Got treat. Oh my god! I can't even get the words out of my mouth.
Ryan,
I'm sorry.
What happened?
What are you talking about?
Is this because I said the fat thing at the top of the podcast?
No, I just need to keep chill today.
I fucked myself.
All I've been thinking about doing this thing is like I want a cocktail, but I can't.
I just want like a cookie. I want like an ice cream sundae, banana split.
Oh my god, that's intense.
Like I just want like a delicious treat.
Really intense.
I'm like about to just go to a Super Bowl party just to have snacks.
Why aren't you at a Super Bowl party?
Because I don't give a shit.
I know. I don't get it either. Okay, are we done?
Wait, we need to do our babes of the week.
Oh.
We did not do them last week. This is the first time we didn't do them. We fucked up.
Well, babe of the week, I guess would be Rose.
Is Rose. She's mine too.
Yeah, mutual.
Her vape is everything. I need to know all the details about her vape pen.
Sky Ferreira is still on the Rampage. Well, she's doing nothing, but she's emerging like from like a goblin from a ditch and writing vague Instagram captions.
I mean, we're forever on Skywatch, so she's like past.
We'll let you know. We'll let you know when she actually releases music.
Yeah.
Which who the fuck knows when that will be? It's coming soon. She already released the cover art to which by the way, she released the Playboy thing was a year ago, and she's like, this is my first taste of my second album. It's just photos of you topless. What are you talking about? This is not a first taste of an album. A first taste of an album is a song. It's not a photo, you fucking loon.
I want you to meet Sky. Would you
I know.
want to meet her and chill with her?
Yeah, but I think she's a gnaller.
Yeah, I don't
remember
think
when
she
I went to remember when I went to that party wearing a Sky for her shirt and she was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that for sure that would be your guys' time to shine.
No. Imagine that. Instead, I bonded with Solange.
Well, give and take. So life is a journey. Email us and ask us questions or tell us nice things or give Ryan a compliment.
And we'll have more merch stuff soon. Merch info.
We'll have merch info is forthcoming, but we're getting into it, and it's
we took a meeting.
Yeah, we took a meeting.
We went to a meeting.
We did a meeting today.
We took a meeting to talk about.
Yeah, so the ball is rolling.
It's gonna drop soon.
We're gonna circle back to the merch conversation.
And we're gonna get some design, and we're gonna land somewhere really good, and we're gonna build out the art, and then it's fine.
So yeah, look out for our first collection of Ryan and Lara's merch line.
Lara coined that. We're doing collections.
We're doing seasons of merch. Yeah. So season one of Babe merch is coming soon.
Yeah.
So I love every reader.
I love every viewer.
And that's all there is.
Yeah, that's all there is to it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.